Hi Flosstube. So this is my first video, hopefully not my last. My name's Deanna and welcome to Tuxie Twin Stitches. So I have to watch because this table's a little bit wonky. So a little bit about me. I'm 29 years old. I live in Newfoundland, Canada, and I just started stitching like 2 months ago. A little bit about the name Tuxie Twin Stitches. I am the proud cat mom of 2 tuxedo cats, Jarvis and Sammy, so that's where that comes from. Really wanted something like kitten stitcher or cat stitcher, but Teresa already took that, so Tuxie Twin Stitches it is. Again, like I mentioned, I just started stitching 2-ish months ago, 3 months ago, so newbie, so don't judge too harshly when you see my stuff. I am a crafter. I like to delve into a lot of different things, so I crochet, I've done embroidery before, I love watercolor painting, and I also design my own pins, enamel pins. So if you've seen Priscilla and Chelsea's video, I sent them some Disney inspired pins. They were little stars that said "When you wish upon a star." So that's what I do, and I have an Etsy shop, and I will link it below if you want to check it out. So speaking of Priscilla and Chelsea, I guess I'll mention some of my favorite Flosstubers that have sort of inspired me to get into this. They are, of course, Priscilla and Chelsea. I also love Kitten Stitcher, Teresa. Her samplers are amazing, and I love seeing her cats every time, and she's just so personable. So love her, as well as Jen Stitching Niche. She is awesome as well. She stitches great stuff, and I actually just placed an order in her Etsy shop. A couple of others are Pretty Southern, Night Owl Stitcher, Saltbox Stitcher, who's also new, and then I just started this weekend watching Country Stitchers and Amy Loves Toads. I know there are tons more out there, so if you have a favorite, you can always put it in the comments below, and I will probably check it out. When I have time. I work full-time. I'm a museum professional, so I work at, I just got a new job as museum manager at a small museum in downtown St. John's, so that's been pretty busy but really fun. And before that, I worked in another museum that was close to my condo here, so I've always wanted to work in museums, and I've been working on and off at various museums in both Ontario and Newfoundland for the past 7-8 years. I'm originally from Ontario, just outside Toronto in Mississauga, but I moved here to Newfoundland just over 2 years ago. I live by myself in a condo with my 2 cats, Jarvis and Sammy. They are not actual twins, but I call them my Tuxie twins, so I love them. I am a crazy cat mom, and that's totally fine, whatever. Alright, so FFOs. Again, I just started, so I don't have a whole lot of things to show you, but I will show you my first project. I actually got into cross-stitching through my museum work. I'm sorry that I keep saying I'll get used to this, hopefully. So I was responsible for organizing and designing a new exhibit for the museum I worked at, and part of that was developing programming for while the exhibit was on display. the exhibit was about the 100th anniversary of a shipwreck. So it's hard to develop programming and events about a tragedy, about a disaster. So you have to get a little bit creative, and there is a cross-stitcher here in Newfoundland. Her name's Katie. She's really lovely. She goes by Queen Stitch NL, and she has an Instagram, and if I remember, I will link it below. And so I had asked her if she wanted to do a cross-stitch workshop, and so she came up with the design, and we did the workshop, and I became hooked from the get-go. I just love it. It's very relaxing. It's really rewarding once you finish a piece and you look at it and you're like, I did that, and that was a lot of work, and I'm really proud of it. So I'm going to show you my finished piece. Here it is. So this was the outline of the ship, and the red X, it's the SS Florizel. You can look it up. It's a really fascinating story. I mean, Newfoundland is famous for its shipwrecks. So but this one was important in its connection to the museum. And so the red X is symbolic of, it was part of the Red Cross line by the Bowering brothers. And so this is stitched on 14 count Aida. And the name was not part of the pattern. I did that myself in back stitching. Sorry about the glare, guys. And I'm pretty proud of it. So I framed it in this $6 frame I got from Walmart, and my living room is ocean nautical themed, so this fits pretty well with that, and it hangs in my living room. So after I did that, this took me about 2 weeks to do, and every spare moment I had, I was stitching on it, and I could not get enough. Then I went on to Etsy, and I bought some PDF patterns from designers online. One of my favorites is Fuzzy Fox Designs. She does really cute, like, fruits and veggies and birds and cacti, and she does a really cute room series. So I just wanted some small little things just to see, I didn't want to invest too much money at the get-go, because I'm somewhat of a fickle crafter in that I get really into it, and then I buy so much stuff, and then I get overwhelmed and I sort of just abandon it. So I don't want to do that for a lot of different reasons. I don't make a lot of money. I'm poor, so I can't go spending every spare dime I have on cross-stitch stuff, even though I wish I could. I got mouths to feed. But I did buy a few designs from Fuzzy Fox Designs. One of them I finished, but I don't have here because I gave it to my friend for her birthday. But one of them is this cute little freebie she had for, she's doing a produce stitch along, and she releases 3 patterns every month, and one of them is free. So this was a freebie. His name was Pedro Pineapple, and super cute. It's really tiny. This is like a 3-inch hoop. And all of that, those lines are back stitching, and I had a hell of a time doing that. There's a couple errors, but whatever. I really like it. And the other one I did that my friend has is a little lime, and he's super cute as well. My next FFO is another little freebie. This one was from Little House Needleworks, and it's called 7 Pines, and I finished it into a little pillow. He looks really evil. I could not get my French knots right. I hate French knots, so he's like a really grumpy snowman. And there's the back. I just got this snowman fabric at Walmart. So super cute. I love snowmen. And this was really fun to stitch. And I had sewn this button on, and then at the back there was like thread hanging loose. So I was like, oh, okay, another button. And Teresa and I forget her name, but Night Owl Stitcher, she does the button thing as well. So I thought this was really cute. I hand sewed this. I don't have a sewing machine right now. I'm working on it. So I did hand sew this. So it does look a little wonky, but I like it. So that's that guy. Another little pillow I finished. And I'll show you the chart here. Is this little pumpkin. And this is from a Prairie Schooler chart. It's a Prairie Schooler designer series. And it's called Trick or Treat. Now, there are two different Trick or Treat patterns or charts from Prairie Schooler. I don't know why, but this was a chart I got off of a Facebook buy and sell group, specifically for Canadians. Oh, sorry if you can hear those sirens. But so there's the little pumpkin. They did this as like a candy jar lid thing. But I did it as a pillow, and I put some cool little buttons on it and did some ribbons and things like that. And it is in DMC, but I didn't use the called for threads because I didn't have them. I don't have an entire collection of DMC, and so this was what I had. You can see that they're quite similar, but slightly different, and that's okay. And again, I hand sewed this, and I stuffed it with polyfill. Next is another pattern, actually two patterns from Fuzzy Fox Designs, and I finished this a la Priscilla and Chelsea. I'm pretty proud of it, and so here it is. They're cardinals, and this is a anniversary gift for my parents. There's a family of cardinals in their backyard, and they love cardinals. I love birds. I love them. I'm obsessed. Owls are my favorite. And we have a family of blue jays in my back. My patio faces like a forested area, so there's a family of blue jays there. But this is stitched on 14 count Aida oatmeal that I got at Michael's, and all in DMC. And then this was some check plaid fabric I got at Walmart. I got this, it came with like the hanger and this little plaque for $2 at Dollarama. So, and then I did a little bow with some ribbon that I got in a pack. This little pack from Walmart. And I think it turned out really cute. So I bought a couple more of these different shaped plaques because I really liked this. So this will go to my parents. I'm sad to give it away because it's so pretty, but there you go. And my last finish, and I just finished this last night, is a freebie chart. Sorry, I'm used to crochet patterns. Anyway, freebie chart from Lizzie Kate called All Hallows Eve, and I won't show you the chart because I don't have it here. I did deviate a little. I screwed up a lot on this, guys. I was off in certain areas, and this E is a little bit smaller than this E because I missed a stitch, and this is like totally off. It should be more centered. The underneath here was another sort of pattern motif, but because I screwed up, I just took the X's from up top and did it on the bottom. And so I put some ribbon here, and this is just black felt, and it's a little decoration. So I got this like rickrack, again from this pack from Walmart, and I did this last night, so really fun. Probably, I don't know, it still looks wonky, but I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. So I really like this. You'll probably be able to tell from my whips what season and theme I like to stitch the most. It's Halloween. But I've always loved Halloween. Halloween's my favorite holiday. And I have one FO that I haven't fully finished yet, and this was from a Just Cross Stitch magazine. It's a month, or it's a full year series, one a month. And this was June. I changed it a little bit. There was like a line going down, and I didn't really like that, so I took the line out. And I screwed up on the bunny's leg, or I put one too many stitches. And yes, it's in purple, Priscilla and Chelsea. Purple's my favorite color. I know, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. And I started on the other one that was in the magazine. There's 2 per issue. But then the color I chose I wasn't really happy with, so I sort of put it away, and I haven't taken it back out again. But I think it's so stinking cute. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But yeah, I really like it. And it's just stitched in one color, DMC. I can't remember what color. I'm sorry. So, whips. Since I already have this chart out, I'm working on the 2 of the other designs from this chart, the black cat and the house. I want to work on the owl. Again, owls are my favorite. Owls and cats and sheep. I'm obsessed with sheep, guys. Obsessed. But I don't have all of the DMC colors for this owl, so I have to wait. But here is my progress. I work in hoops. That's just what I have. Again, I'm poor. I can't afford a Q-snap. But there's my kitty. He looks a little silly right now. But I gotta get this one started. I think I don't know. If it's a lot of one color, sometimes I find it a little tedious, so I get distracted easily, and so I think that's why I put this guy down for a bit. Just because all one solid color, I was like, oh my god. I need like variation. I need something. And then the bigger chart, this is what I've gotten done on that so far. And again, not using the called for thread. Sorry, Priscilla, I know you're supposed to like stick to the called for colors, but I have this like Valdani thread that I've been using for the house, and I don't have it in the bag anymore. It's slightly variegated, so that's what I used for that. And I changed the green because it's I don't know, it's too much of like a primary green here, and I wanted more of like a forest green. So I changed the green a bit. Don't be mad, guys. Next, sorry, I'll put this stuff away. Next, and again, back to the black cat one, I have put this guy away for a bit because it was all one solid color, and I was like, oh my god. So this is a free chart from the Little Stitcher. I'll get it out. And it's called Vintage Witch, and oh my god, I love it. Like, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. You can get this on her website, thelittlestitcher.blogspot.com. Oh my god, she has a lot of beautiful free patterns. And so this is how far I've gotten. So she got her little nose and her little witchy bun. Her hat's done. So I have to finish this. And it's charted for DMC 3021, which is very dark brown gray. I have this Valdani thread in Old Cottage Gray that I'm using. You can't really tell from the color. Sorry guys, the lighting's really bad. It's overcast and gross today. If you'll believe it, Newfoundland is in the middle of a heat wave. Like I say, heat wave for Newfoundland. It's like 26 to 28, but the humidex is at 100%. So it's gross, it's suffocating, it's just sticky and bleh. So that's our version of a heat wave. And the next whip, I don't have a lot of whips, guys. I just started. Just give me time and I'll have as many as, you know, Jen. She's got like 93 or something, she said, or 96. I don't even have that many patterns. So the next one I'm working on is Prairie Schooler, Prairie Seasons. And I was going to start on the summer, and then I was like, I don't know if I'll finish it in time. So I started on the autumn. And it's so cute. So this is what I've been stitching on. Oh, I love it. Now, I am using all of the called for colors. But they're like, they look really different to what is actually, like, what's on the chart. Like, see that cornucopia? It looks so much brighter, but these are the colors that are called for, except for this color that's in the top of the acorn. For some reason, my stupid face, it called for 610, which is dark brown, and I picked up 611, which is, I guess, medium brown. And I don't know, but it's kind of cute. It's in the owl as well. There's an owl. There's an owl, guys. And there's like 5 crows. I think it's just so cute because there's a scarecrow, which obviously is not doing its job properly because there's 5 crows. I find that funny. Maybe no one else does. So that is what I've been working on. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm sorry that I couldn't show you my cats today. They're being lazy. My cat Jarvis, did I mention my cat's names? Jarvis and Sammy. They're both adopted. I did change Jarvis's name in the shelter. His name was Timmy, and I was like, no. So I named him Jarvis. Superhero nerds will know where that name comes from. And then Sammy, Jarvis I adopted in Ontario and brought him with me when I moved to Newfoundland. And Sammy was adopted last year here in Newfoundland, and her name was Samantha. I was like, I just can't. I can't have a cat named Samantha. So I named her Sammy. The lady I got her from, she had to, for whatever reason, give up all of her pets, and she was devastated. So Sammy was 3.5 at the time, so I was like, I'm not going to change her name. And I'm still in contact with her previous mom, so I send her pictures and updates every now and then. So yeah, Sammy's sleeping on her chair. Her chair. It's my chair, but it's her chair. And Jarvis is probably on my bed. He's usually very in my face, wants to be near me all the time, but I think he's really hot, so he's taking a little nap. But you'll probably see him next video. If I do a next video, hopefully, maybe, if you guys like me. Anyway, you can comment below, tell me what you think about my first video. You can follow me on Instagram. It'll be down below. It's @.d, but it's dot.d, and that is the name of my Etsy shop, my business, where I design and sell enamel pins. So that's where that comes from. So you can follow me there. I do post pin stuff, I post stitchy stuff, cat stuff, garden stuff, Newfoundland stuff, all sorts of things. So thanks for stopping by. It was great chatting with you, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Thanks.